So I was studying in Calcutta. His uh, wife's brother. When I was in second year, he came in the first year. We used to play the sitar. So we became friends. So I asked him whether if I go to Bombay, if there is anybody who can. He said, there is no problem. I will introduce you to the best man. So that's how I came in contact with Ginde Sahib. So, but first he took me to Batsam. So my talim actually started with Batsam. So 4-5 years initially. So that Khayal Gaiki, how the Khayal is to be sung. So that was my first introduction, that Khayal, Bada Khayal can be sung like this. I had no idea, no clue. So that went on, and then of course I used to sit with Ginde Sahib wherever there is a program. I used to sit behind them. And that went on. Then actually I had to go to Bangalore. I had to leave Bombay and go to Bangalore. So actually this becomes my journey, not with Ginde Sahib, but this is just by the way. Then in Bangalore I learnt under Pandit Ramrao Vinay. But Sahib told me, since you are going to Bangalore, learn from him. So he dodged me for about a year and then finally he accepted me. That was another story. So anyway, so he taught me. For about 9 years I learned. Then there was some family reshuffle. So at that time I had decided to totally, come to music, devote full time to music. So at that time, Bhatt Sahib called me, he says, you come over to Mumbai since you want to be full time musician. So there was a teacher's post in Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. So I came there in 1985. And at that time, then I used to go to 2 days to Ginde Sahib, 2 days to Kaikani Sahib, and that was my routine. So every week I used to do this. Then after I started learning from Shobha Gurtu, I used to go there also. So that was my routine. So that is how this thing started. Ginde Sahib, Bhatt Sahib and Kaikani Sahib, 2 days each. So I used to learn from all these three every week. So about Ginde Sahib, he is basically my mentor, kind of. He was not he was a little different type of a guru. Because his ideas used to flow one after another. It's difficult to learn from him. Bhatt Sahib was different. He will go on, with the same phrase, he will go on until and unless he is satisfied that okay, he got it, then only he will proceed. Otherwise not. But Ginde Sahib was different. But he used to like me a lot because maybe my what should I say, musical understanding was quite similar to his. I used to like certain things which he used to do, like curry and things like that. So we used to spend a lot of time And every time I used to go, we used to take lunch together. All those things. Those are very simple, common things. And as a person, I have seen that he was very simple. He will even sit with underwear and all that, not very well dressed and all that in the house. Anybody who is to come, he will allow him to sit down. He will give him nasta, chai, everything, and then he will send. Whether he is a well-established person or even an office bearer or a peon, he will do that. That was his. That is how he was. So as a person, that was his thing. As a professional musician, he was very careless. In so many occasions, people used to, approach me, say, we want to, have his concert. So please tell me how much, this and that, what fees. So I used to ask Ginde sir. He used to say, you decide, no? Why are you not asking me? You decide. So that was how he was. He was never bothered about money. So one day, Kangubai Hangalji, she invited him. So some Vandabandhan was there of her disciple. So she called Ginde Sahab, आपका program होना चाहिए. So I asked Ginde Sahab, what kind of fees they are giving. He says, what is this? Gangubaiji is inviting me. How can I ask her for fees and all that? So this itself is a great honor. That's it. उन्होंने बुलाया, मुझे जाना है. That's it. So that was his reaction. He never bothered about fees. And as far as the voice and all those things, he was very, what should I say, careless? He was. He was a foodie. He used to like food quite a lot. And wherever he used to go, people used to offer him something, fruits, this, that. Once some people offered him some grapes, he just ate, and after that he suffered for 2-3 months.
Oh my gosh.
So cough, all these things. So I used to ask him, why do you eat all these things? Voice है ना, ये गाजर का पुंगी है. चला तो चला, नहीं तो खा ले. That was his philosophy. Once he had a program in Pune, I was with him. So he had a bad voice, bad throat, he was suffering, hoarseness. So I was trying all kinds of things, garam pani, this, that. Nothing happened. So Vinasha Subudhe called. Ginde Sahab, मुझे थोड़ा कुछ बंदिश सीखना है. आ जाओ. सुबह आ जाओ. ऐसे गंदे साहब, शाम को प्रोग्राम है आपका. वॉइस ठीक नहीं है, तो उनको क्यों बुला रहे हैं? आने दो. तुम है ना? तुमसे गवाऊंगा. So she came. He taught her something. शाम को प्रोग्राम वॉइस नहीं चल रहा है. So that program, 60-70% I only had to sing. हाँ. Dinner also they were sitting in front. So at the end of the program he says, Ginde साहब आपका ये शागिर्द तो बहुत तैयार है. तो he said वो साथ में ऐसा गाता है, अलग से बहुत और अच्छा गाता है. That was kind of his opinion about me. Bindas. So there are so many incidents like this. So as a person, he was a very simple person, very transparent. But his music was too much for a person to digest. Ideas used to just flow. So, and I started very late, so it was not so easy for me to pick up things from him. But somehow, many things I have imbibed by sitting with him, by discussing so many things. We used to discuss a lot. Once Arvind Parekh ji called him, I was sitting there. So, गिंडे साहब मुझे ऐसा तूड़ी के बारे में कुछ ये करना है, लेक्चर डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन करना है, तो आप थोड़ा बताएंगे, फोन पे चल रहा है. आधा घंटा ये ऐसा है, वो ऐसा है, ये. And at the end of the conversation I asked गिंडे साहब, आप फोन पे इतना उनको बोलिए ना, आके थोड़ा बातचीत करें, फोन पे क्यों इतना? Busy person है, very busy. So that was how he was. He will never kind of disappoint anybody. कोई भी कुछ जानना चाहते हैं, आ जाओ. No problem. So that was how he was. About music, I can't say much. धुरंधर थे. Program is going on, Ginde sahab singing. Suddenly somebody says, Ginde sahab, Pancham. Pancham, start. He just started there only. So it's very difficult to understand his music. Just he could switch off and switch on. Then the last few days, he just came from SRA, Sangeet Research Academy. And before that, we had this S.N. Ratan Jankar Foundation. Hello, yeah, she. Yeah. Yeah. 7/12, Salma ki wali. So, he had calligraphed all the vanishes of Anasab in 3 parts. So he had set out a program. Every day he will write 8 to 10 pages. So he used to sitting there, he used to do all that. So he finished some 750 bandishes. He finished that. Then he got it printed. Then he said, see, I had promised my Guruji that मैं ये करूँगा. So आपका सब publication, I'll get it printed. So हो गया printing. He says, I am done. I'm free now, I can go. Okay. तुम जल्दी आना. This is a conversation with me. जल्दी आना, उधर भी महफिल जमाएंगे.
Oh my God.
So during that period, he forgot to take his some medicines. He was on some drugs. So he had a stroke. During the program itself, the program is on. Then he was hospitalized. He used to take tobacco pan and all that. He taught me, he used to force me. How? I said, okay. 120, then 300, 600, all those, tobacco. He used to make pan himself and he used to give. He used to give everybody. He used to make and feed. How? So after that, doctor said that, Ginde sahab, अभी तो ये तंबाकू पान आप बंद कीजिए. हो गया. Then मैं तो उसके पहले ही बंद कर दिया. जैसे गिंडे साहब हॉस्पिटल से बाहर आए, मैंने कहा गिंडे साहब मैं तो बंद कर दिया. नहीं, वो डॉक्टर ने ऐसा नहीं बोला है. डॉक्टर ने बोला है थोड़ा कम करो. मैंने कहा मैंने तो बंद कर दिया. Then he had some assignment in Lucknow. He went there. तो वहाँ से कुछ लखनऊ का पान लेके आए. तो मैं उनके घर गया. तो पान बना के खाओ. उनके मुझे सर मैंने तो खाना बंद कर दिया. खाओ. तो ठीक है, तो मैं तो खाता. After that, he went to SRA, and then he came back. He had composed one tarana in Yemen, Chhaptal tarana. So he called me, जल्दी आ जाओ, tarana बनी है, सीखना पड़ेगा. So I went to his house. So he taught me in a hurry. शाम को दिनकर के पास जाना है, उसको सिखाना है. Then मेरे को सिखाने के बाद शाम को उनके घर पे उनको सिखाया. And every time he used to give that Xerox copies. सिखाने के बाद एक Xerox copy दे दी.
उसी बंदिश
का. His handwriting, his signature. After that, he was in a hurry to go to SRA because SRA had called him again. So I think next day he had to go to SRA, Kolkata. He went and never came back. He was very much in a hurry. As if, that was the end. मतलब he never wanted to achieve anything. People want to achieve a lot of things. मुझे ये करना है, वो करना है. Nothing. इधर गाना है, उधर गाना है, इधर परफॉर्म करना है, उधर परफॉर्म करना है. कोई बुलाए तो जाते हैं, नहीं तो नहीं, कोई बात नहीं. We used to go, so many people used to go. Ullas Bapat, who is now sick, he is in coma now, Ullas Bapat. He used to come. That violin, what's his name? Great violinist who used to play Carnatic as well as Hindustani. MS. So he came once. He used to also come to Hindustan. I was there. Somebody asked him. So, what is your this thing about? He was asking energy. Somebody was there who was asking. So, what is your idea about Carnatic music vis-a-vis Hindustani music? So he said, don't talk about Carnatic music. It's all mathematics. That's what he said. It's all mathematics.
How did he teach, impart rag, rag structure? Was it?
He used to straight away go into alap first, then after doing the alap, then he will go into bandish. Initially alap, nom-tom alap. Not bandish first. First nom-tom alap, then he will go into bandish. Once I asked him, "Ginde साहब, अब तो इस तरह में जाते हैं, तो अब सिखाते भी हैं उधर, अब इनको भी सिखाएंगे, सिखाए हैं वो रशीद खान. So what is your idea about how Rashid Khan compares with us as students?" He said, don't talk about Rashid Khan. एक उसको सिखाना मुश्किल है, एक फेस को लेके बहुत घिसना पड़ता है. Difficult. So I was curious to find out.
But he never did that with you, you said, right?
What?
He never, वो आपसे रटवाते नहीं थे, वो गाते थे और आपको
Never.
बट साहब आपको करवाते.
But सबका वो his teaching method is entirely different. गिंडे साहब एक दो बार दिखाएंगे बस, फिर आगे चलेंगे. जितना हुआ हुआ बस आगे बढ़ो. बस सब उसको रटा. इसीलिए वो पहले मुझे भट्ट साहब के पास लेके गए, क्योंकि ख्याल गए कि मुझे कुछ आइडिया नहीं था. मुझे जो सिखाए थे विश्वनाथ सूर साहब, that was a very loose kind of तालीम. But maybe I was good, so I could pick up something. I could sing a bada khayal also at that. Whatever I could pick up, I could sing in a Vilambit Tal and all that. But when I came here, then I found that, well, Vilambit khayal can be taught this way also. एकदम set, ताल में set करके भी सिखा सकते हैं. It is not a kind of an open-ended thing. कैसे भी थोड़ा सा करके ताल में गा लो. So that is what I learnt here. That's the Bhakhandi style. और जो नायक साहब के पास जो सीखा, with me he never used to teach me on the tabla. Never. So those things later on I used to fit it with the tabla. So every person, every guru has got their own style. Shobhaji had entirely different. He never knew Saregama. She will never say Saregama. Nothing. Melody. ऐसा है. So much of varieties in gurus. Kakini Sahib also was not so patient.
Mm-hmm.
But little better than Ginde Sahib. But he used to get very, upset if you are not able to pick up the way. But Sahib will never get upset. 1000 बार भी करवाएंगे. No problem. Yeah, Shiv. Yep. तालमा की बड़ी इससे तर दो. Yeah, that Swati snacks, and they are exactly opposite to our gate is that Parsi temple. So what more can I say? I think it's enough. Music, I can't say it.
He used to compose all the time. He was around कि ऐसे कुछ सूझा तो वो लिख देते थे.
He was not a composer.
Hmm.
He was not much of a composer. He has composed some 15-20 dishes.
Hmm.
But that was just by the way.
Okay.
Not like Kaikini Sahib.
Hmm.
He was a composer.
Hmm.
But Ginde Sahib used to say that क्या करना है इतना कंपोज करके रखा है लोगों ने. गाओ. कौन गाएगा ऐसा? आपको गाना पड़ेगा. तो वो सब उसके पीछे टाइम बर्बाद मत करो. गाओ. That was his approach. So he never used to waste time on composing. So that I have imbibed from him. I am not a composer. I have composed few good dishes whenever somebody required.
Do you ever sing that last tarana that he taught you?
No, I have never sung that. I have taught it to many people. It's difficult.
Very nice. I love that tarana.
चौगुन में चलता है वो.
The Japtal. What about his knowledge? Just it's so huge, the repertoire and the ability to. He, like you said, he switches on off so fast.
Yeah, it's चलता फिरता encyclopedia है वो.
With so many the
More
subtle
than
differences.
2000 bandishes
Hmm.
he could remember.
And the distinction between the rags, in his legdams especially, he's so precise.
So precise, so clear. Yet, no confusion.
Hmm. Yeah.
Instantly that rag just
Come into
appears.
exactly.
With a very distinctive part of his guide.
We used to consider him as Chote Anna Sahib. But Sahib also used to consider him as Anna Sahib. Though up to 4th year, Bhatt Sahib has taught him. Taught him, and Kaikini Sahib, Ginde Sahib, without Bhatt Sahib, they won't be where they had come to. Kaikini Sahib को तो जान से भी बचाया. Bhatt Sahib was like that. दोनों को बिठा के प्रैक्टिस कराना. Because they were small. 10, I think Kaikini Sahib was 8-9 years old. Ginde Sahib was 10 years old. He was 16 years old.
अच्छा.
Barsab.
Oh, okay.
So he was quite senior. So he used to. That is the age when people want to play, you see.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So he used to pull them and battle.
Somewhere there are accounts that used to make them bathe in cold water every day.
Ah.
से पहले. Yeah. Did he continue that with you also? Did he make sure?
But Sam was a different class by himself. I mean, he was a saint class. He was different. In 74, 75, he had that cancer attack. And then what personality he had.
Hmm.
Because of that cancer, that took away all his energy. But still he continued up to 89. But I have enjoyed their company, their love, their affection. So that's why I feel quite fulfilled. Even Subhaji used to love me a lot. So that's why I feel very fortunate to even Kaikin sir. The last few years, whenever I used to go, Kaikin sir used to tell me, तुम आया करो कभी-कभी, अच्छा लगता है. कुछ डिस्कस करते थे.
जैसे गिंडे जी कौन से गवैयों के नाम लेते थे ऐसे जिन पे उनको बहुत असर उन पे रहा? यू मतलब आपको बताते कि एज ए यंग म्यूजिशियन यू
निसार हुसैन खान, खान साहब ऑफ कोर्स.
उनसे वो काफी मिले भी होंगे, मतलब उनको देखा तो होगा ही.
देखा होगा, मिले भी हैं. मिले भट्ट साहब. हाँ, भट्ट साहब 1939 में जब भट्ट साहब को गोल्ड मेडल मिला कलकत्ता में, तब तो खान साहब के हाथ में ही मिला, कलक हाथ से ही मिला. खान साहब वॉज द जज. भट्ट साहब को मिला था गोल्ड मेडल कलकत्ता में 1939. So British was there, Bhatt Sahab was there. पुरानी बातें मुझे तो ये सब मालूम नहीं है. Just heard from Bhatt Sahab. But इन दोनों के साथ बहुत मौका मिला गाने का मुझे. And Sudhindra used to like me a lot. But he has also given me a lot, which I couldn't digest. Because in such a short time, very difficult. But I have imbibed certain things, knowingly, unknowingly, I don't know. Once he had a program in what is that place? Pune, that where that somewhere all musicians go there. I don't know what's the name of that place. Swami something. सम्मेलन होता है हर साल. So from Pune we had to take a bus and go there. Aurangabad or some place. So all musicians used to come there. This is about a morning concert. So on the way I had I used to suffer from allergy those days. So that dust allergy I had a lot of sneezing and nose was flowing. So I asked Ginde sir, I won't be able to sit with you. देखेंगे. So सुबह हुआ तो I was still suffering a lot. Ginde sir, प्रोग्राम के अंदर ये सब ठीक नहीं है. बैठो. तो मैं बैठा. हृदय मर्चेंट, you know हृदय मर्चेंट? He's one of my students. He learned from Kakinisa also. He was also there. So बिलावल गा रहे थे, अलहिया बिलावल रहे थे. कहना नहीं चाहिए, जैसे शुरू किया गिंडे साहब का आवाज ऐसा कांप रहा है. तो मेरा दिमाग खराब हो गया. मैंने कहा ये क्या हो रहा है? सब म्यूजिशियंस बैठे हैं सामने. तो मैं तुरंत पीछे से सपोर्ट शुरू किया. So गाना गाने के बाद आप लोग बाहर आ रहे हैं. तुम्हारा आवाज चालू हो गया, मेरा आवाज बंद हो गया. First sentence. He was so frank. तुम्हारा आवाज चालू हो गया, मेरा आवाज बंद हो गया. And he was facing, even at that moment, he took it so lightly. That means it happens sometimes. धुरंधर लोगों को भी होता है. That's why he was so careless about this. चलता है. कभी ऐसा भी होता है, कभी ऐसा भी होता है. He was not bothered at all. Very difficult to accept this kind of things. When things don't go according to your expectation, to take that in a good spirit, it's very difficult. He was bindas. I have not still learned. I could still learn that from him. I still get upset. But anyway, my performance never goes so bad, so that's another thing. Maybe it is there, all blessings. So that is how Ginde Sahib was. Totally careless, kind of. Don't care. चला तो चला, नहीं तो नहीं, कोई बात नहीं. Next time देखेंगे. That was Ginde Sahib.
I've heard some stories, like you said, he was so frank that he would speak, whether it's musicians or students. Nowadays, people don't speak like that about the rag matter, or as an authority, that he would call out. Even other musicians would call him for his opinion on rag structure of some, like even Pandit Bhimsen Joshi is called Gindiji, because they respected him for his knowledge on that, and that he will also speak it and not, out of politeness.
Yeah, once Bhimsen Joshi, Ginde Sahib, Bhatt Sahib, they were in the same platform. So Bhimsen Joshi was supposed to introduce. They are friends actually. Vimanna, Ginde Sahib's brother was a classmate of Vimanna. They knew each other quite well. Kumarji, they were all friends. Kumar Gandharva. So Bhimsen Joshi introducing Ginde Sahib. देखो हम तो सिर्फ गा सकते हैं, गा के बता सकते हैं. ये लोग एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं कि ये ऐसा है वैसा है, और बाद में गा के आपको बता भी देंगे कि ऐसा क्यों है, तो ये लोग ऐसा है। हम तो सिर्फ गा सकते हैं। But Ginde Sahab, yeah. Ginde Sahab had great respect for Manna. He used to say, भीमसेन जोशी का एक जो तोड़ी जो मैंने सुना है वो अभी तक मेरा कान में घुसता है। He had great respect for the man. And he never spoke badly about any musician. उसको जितना मिला वो ऐसा ही करेगा। Okay. Never. Bhatsa was another. प्रोग्राम में जाके फुल प्रोग्राम सुन के उठने का, इसमें नहीं आता। साहब का सुनेंगे, पेशेंस हम भी नहीं कर सकते। सब अलग अलग दुनिया के लोग थे ये, and never bothered about name, fame, money, but Guru Bhakti. वो तो tremendous. भट्ट साहब, गिंडे साहब, महाले साहब, I go to him nowadays. He is another अन्ना साहब. अभी वो कैकनी साहब का वो कर रहे हैं नोटेशन. मैं परसों गया था ना, he showed me. Busy. So what more you want to know about Ginde Sahab?
It's so interesting that you shared his personality in the few videos that are of that his son has put up of his online. It was so evident. I mean, that was the first thing I said. Okay, I said he doesn't. Here is a person who doesn't take himself too seriously, and I said, oh, I shouldn't say that because it may not be politically correct. But now I realize that that is probably
that was that's how he was.
Also in the recordings of Bhatt Sahab and Kaikini ji, I love how they give space to each other in such a sahaj way. Even though
yes. This trio, they have been brought up together right from childhood. So obviously that bond was there. Nagarkar was also there, but he was little senior and all that.
अच्छा.
He was another, I don't know much about Nagarkar. Anna Sahib has created such great musicians. It's amazing in one lifetime that it's possible to create such great musicians. Performance, musicologists, great people. And Khan Sahib used to respect Anna Sahib a lot. I have heard that once Khan Sahib was in his mood, so somebody said, Anna Sahib aa rahe hain. Hare Shri Krishna aa raha hai. Shri Krishna aa raha hai. Shri Krishna aa raha hai.
Amazing.
He was so... And Nasab is the only Gandhavan Shagird of Khan Sahab. Because of the Maharaja of Baroda and because of Bhathkhandi Sahab. His music was also very difficult to penetrate. Anna Sahab. Any complicated drag, whatever, my God. He used to feel at ease. Great people. I wish I could have come a little earlier to them. But anyway, it's okay. No regrets. I feel lucky. Very simple man. Ginde sahab. कोई भी आया, ए चाय लो, चाय पिला के छोड़. And Bhabhi ji also, all the time ready.
What do you feel is one of the most unique aspects of his gaiki, or the standout kind of quality of his style?
See, his understanding of Tal was something beyond this world. When he suffered one pneumonia attack, he was not well for I think 5-6 months. I was here. And then he recovered, and there was this Drupad Samaroh in Delhi. So he was invited, this Modgal Sahab. So we were staying with Mr. Modgal. He sang Chayanat, and then he sang something else. So he was not so well, so he said, I will need little support, so you come. So I went with him. But that Chayanat, I also gave him good support. Yes. After that, Mudgal Sahab came, he says, Ginde Sahab, आपने तो आज कमाल कर दिया. ऐसे ध्रुपद हमने तो कभी सुना नहीं.
ध्रुपद छाया
छाया परी. उसके बाद एक दमर गाए थे. Long alap, more than I think 30-40 minutes alap.
Wow.
तो आपको ध्रुपद की तालीम देते थे?
ध्रुपद सीखा है मैंने, but that's not my forte.
नहीं, पर ऐसे कैसे? What would he teach differently when teaching ध्रुपद?
ध्रुपद में उसके जो लायकारी है वो बंदिश को याद करना पड़ता है.
अच्छा.
उसके बाद उसके जो धीरे धीरे जो लायकारी शुरू होता है,
हाँ.
वो चीज. और में unless you are 100% with the tal, no. Because वो जो पखवाज बजा रहे हैं वो तो अपना स्टाइल में बजा रहे हैं. He is not going to play धा धा दिन ता he will play his own style. So you have to keep your own this thing. So he was Great. Not like these people who are singing, I mean, forgive me for saying so. This is all kind of mugged up. Not, impromptu. जो ये सब ध्रुपद गाते हैं, अच्छा गाते हैं, आवाज अच्छा है, but it sounds that it's all mugged up. ऐसा लगता है. मेरे सब ऐसा नहीं था. चलो शुरू हो जाओ. शुरू हो गया. So he had some kind of a sixth sense about the tal. वो उनके तिहाई भी ऐसे ही. He used to say that I can see ये तिहाई आ रहा है. So probably that's something I have imbibed from him. Little bit. So he was great in that. Unless you have some kind of intuitive this thing, you can't do that. Some kind of a sixth sense, which I think he had. जो अन्ना साहब के पास तो था ही. It was a different. Their brain was made with different material. रूपा, धमार, ख्याल. मैंने कितना टोबरी सीखा उनके पास. टप्पा सीखा. ये सीख लो. Though he never used to sing Thumri as such, but he has taught me Thumri. And when I said that, Ginde sahab, I want to go to Shubhaji for learning. जाओ, मेरा नाम करना. तुम्हारा ख्याल गायकी भी बदल जाएगा, देखना. अच्छा हो जाएगा. That's what he said. So really, so it's happened. So that was लय के ऊपर complete control था उनका, solid control. Very few people have that. ध्रुपद धमार में लय के ऊपर कंट्रोल रहेगा तो you are 100% confident. Which very few people have. I am not saying that nobody has that, but there are people जो आजकल the popular गायक्स जो है, सब ऐसा लगता है उनका सुन के कि सब बना हुआ है. गिंडे साहब जब गाते थे तब एकदम फ्री स्टाइल जिसको बोलते हैं, फ्री स्टाइल. इधर से भी कुछ भी उठाएंगे वो. That was amazing. That's all. I can't say more about him.
Maybe as a last question, if you have a favorite composition of his or a favorite thing that you learned from him, perhaps.
He used to sing Pulaganduva quite a lot. Abhinamaro Pulaganduva. That was, people used to expect that he will end with that. So I sing that quite often. Want to hear that?
Too much of a bother.
नंद दुलारो बस करो अपनी one man's music, kind of. He was a musician's musician. That's why musicians used to contact him. इनके सामने ये कैसा है, वो कैसा है. And he was bindas. He keep on saying this, that, whatever he knew. And he never claimed that he knew everything. That was Ginde.